Welcome back to Pulse Studios, home of 94.7, the Pulse Community Radio and Pulse Television. This show is produced by Diversitat students and volunteers. So if you're interested in being a part of our show as a volunteer, or if you're interested in one of our media courses, check out 947thepulse.com to find out more. I recently attended the 175th anniversary of the first burial at Geelong Eastern Cemetery and also met the winners of the Geelong Cemetery Trust photography competition. Let's find out more. Today we're celebrating the 175th anniversary of the first burial here at Geelong Cemetery. Hugh Niven was the first buried here on September 23rd, 1839. The Victorian Health Minister, the Honourable David Davis, will launch the official commemoration. Let's find out more about this special event. We're here with the Geelong Cemetery Trust CEO Daryl Thomas and Deputy CEO Frank de Groot. Tell us a little bit about the history of the Geelong Cemetery Trust.
The Geelong Cemetery Trust was first formed in 1985 after an amalgamation of three cemetery trusts in Geelong, being the Eastern Cemetery, the Geelong Western Cemetery and the Barrable Hills Cemetery. So we had about 5 properties at that point in time. And now we're up to 19 properties that we administer.
My great-grandmother is actually buried at the Eastern Cemetery. Apart from her, what other prominent citizens do you have buried here?
We've got the Churnsides from Werribee Mansion are here. Also James Harrison, the inventor of the refrigerator and also the editor of the Geelong Advertiser. Captain Foster Fines is buried through here. Miss Drysdale and Miss Newcomb from Coriol, also the Lady Squatters. We've also got the man who brought the rabbits into Australia, Thomas Austin, and his wife Elizabeth, and she's well known for Austin Hospital. They're interred in this cemetery also, so quite a few prominent people within the Geelong and district areas. So tell us a little bit about the 175th celebration event and the photographic competition as well. Today, September 23rd, 1839, we had a first burial here, and there was 200 members of the Geelong community come across at that time, and that was Hugh Niven. He actually had an accident at his property in Ballarat area, and 2 days later he actually died from that accident, and he was interred in the old section, which we'll be visiting very shortly with the Minister, and the monument that's there has actually been restored. So that was one of the major parts what we wanted to do within this project is restoration of some old monuments. The Trust can't spend any money on the restoration of those. It has to be done by donations, not public funds. And so that was part of the major part we wanted to do. On top of that, we wanted to also organise a event for as a photographic competition from the local camera clubs. And all up, we've got about 70 photos. And that will actually help us get some photos for our data itself. There's not many photos taken in the past, and so we've actually got some photos for the future now, which will be quite good. What are the future plans for the Geelong Cemetery Trust?
Okay, we have room for another 25 years of burials at this cemetery, at the Eastern Cemetery, but the Geelong Cemetery Trust has been very proactive over the years of purchasing land in our growth corridors for Geelong. So we have quite a bit of land for development in Lara on Forest Road. We've also got land at Armstrong Creek at our crematorium, and we've just purchased almost 100 acres of land at Marcus Hill for the future of the Ballerine, which is another growth corridor.
Shortly, the Minister will be launching the official commemoration, and then we'll go check out the photographic competition.
Well, I'm proud to be here at Geelong Cemetery today, 175 years after the first burial here. Mr. Niven was buried here. He'd only recently come to Australia, and that's the story of many people. So this particular cemetery trust, 175 years old, with great links to Geelong, great links to the Geelong community, and very fondly thought of by the Geelong community and the whole region, in fact. I want to pay tribute to the Cemetery Trust and the work that it does, preserving the history of Geelong, preserving the cemetery, and ensuring that this is here for people to visit and to reflect upon their history, but think about their relatives and their families who are buried here. Cemeteries are a very important part of our community, and I pay tribute again to Geelong Cemetery Trust for its work in protecting that heritage into the future. The links are shown very clearly by Paula Contell's family story, and this grave here and another one a little way away have earlier members of her family, her grandparents on both sides, in fact, buried here. And she made the strong point to me before that she used to have a horse that was registered on land owned by the Cemetery Trust just down in the corner. It's an example of how people have very strong links right across the community with their local cemeteries. And I'm particularly pleased on this occasion, 175 years after the first burial, that the Trust has seen fit to mark the occasion and produce a book that looks at the history of the Geelong Cemetery.
We're here with Lynn Northam, the winner of the Geelong Eastern Cemetery photography competition. Congratulations, Lynn.
Thank you so much.
What was your inspiration behind your winning photo?
I just went out with a thought to have a look at some of the photographs, the photographic opportunities of cemeteries, and we were doing a competition for our camera club earlier in the year, and I just, it was one of the photos that I took that I just loved.
It's so exciting, and your photo is just gorgeous. I love it. What are you going to do with your $1,000 prize?
Well, with my $1,000 prize, probably go back into camera equipment or a new camera or maybe a full frame camera.
Thanks, Lynn.
Thank you.
Lynn Northam, the winner. Second place getter, Heather Prince. And third, Jack Jansen. It's been a privilege to be a part of the 175th commemoration of the Geelong Eastern Cemetery. I'm Alex, signing off for Pulse Geelong TV.